and we are underway already. Unfortunately, things kind of got started before we knew what was going on. So, we are in, though, and I believe we can see everything. That's correct, Jera? Yep. All right, beautiful. So, as we can see right now, we got the terrorists moving in. We have three moving into the lobby, and actually, Rain comes in and gets a beautiful Swag 7 shot onto close box, starting off the round.
Hello? Hello? Counter-Strike?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Matt Wood? Hello?
And everything just froze. So, not really sure if the server just completely died. I'm not even getting the connections error right now. I just see everybody not moving.
Perhaps it's a pause.
But the time is still counting down, at least on my end. So
yeah. So what probably happened is the round ended, and then somebody dropped, and then they paused, and so it will be a quick drop and reconnect after the unpause is through, and we'll wait for this round to come to a close. But right now, London Conspiracy they still have their Mag 7s and P90s and SMGs versus the actual buy of rizeGaming here. And those first 3 rounds were all elimination rounds. There wasn't a bomb plant, and they had to wait till round number 4 before they really bought. There is an op for Sprod, who is currently sitting at a score of 1-3. We'll see if he can put a dent here in the defense of London Conspiracy. London Conspiracy, obviously the more well-known of the team, the favorite coming in. They do have on their team Rainy, Rubino, Polly, Skirk, and PRB. That's Prob? Yeah, okay. Euros, man. Euros,
PRB.
man. And,
I just think of like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when I say PRB. I don't know why. I don't.
Yeah, close box, Santi, Sprod, Aki, and Bergman. All for the terrorists. And we're just waiting for this unpause to complete here before we jump back into the action. I'm Ricky Rat. Joining me today is Sprawl.
Ooh, I just saw a shot. So we are live again. Yeah, everybody's moving. And like you were saying, we do have that AWP on Sprod. He is peeking outside, boosted on this box right now. So he's not actually going to find anybody. Skirk is hiding at right underneath Hell, so he's going to be the first one that he runs into. Sprout is going to peek over there. Ooh, did he get him through the box? He did land that shot, but only 30 damage done. And we do see Bergman taking out Rubino, so this is equaled up 4-on-4 right now, and Aki's going to get another pick, so ahead in this round is Rise, but Aki's taking a lot of down. Polly is going to get that frag. So what are we going to see? What kind of strat? And do you see moving out into... Nope, they're still in the lobby, pushing into Mini, so it could be an upper A play?
Let's hope so. Hold on, I gotta restart my client here.
No problem. So we are going to see that A take. It looks like Santi is going to be moving out into sight. Bergman following up in suit, and Skirk is going to be the one and only counter-terrorist left. He's going to be flanking into the lobby right now, and they are not sure of his position. You can see through the X-ray. They have no idea, and Bergman is going to be first contact. He's so lit, though. He's going to go down, and Sprad was there peeking through that hut window with his AWP. They do have one in sight as well, so Skirk is going to have to go massive in this round. He does have a full nade set, but at this point I don't think... Oh, he does make a step, so he's going to be moving into sight. One player at silo, and that's going to be Santi taking him down. So 3-1 is your scoreline right now. Apologize, or our apologies for all the technical difficulties. Sorry that was difficult to get out, but we are going with things now. So 3-1 is your scoreline.
Yeah, Rise really needed that round, and Skirk, if you're a real gangster, you jump out window, but he just walked out portable there and got picked off right away, and I believe that was the cause of our pause earlier right there as Rubino quickly joins back. It's 5 rifles for the CTs, all M4s, 1 AWP for the terrorist that is Sprod, so a little telltale sign of the playstyle for London Conspiracy, not playing op heavy. Aki and Bergman both getting Rainy and Rubino at the beginning of the round, so already it's a 5-on-3. Now the bomb goes down. rizeGaming looking strong in this round, getting the bomb down early here. Bergman picks up another, and now it's down to Skirk and Prob, who here have to retake the upper site, but Aki is just doing work from the box there inside. PRB is probably going to save and try and get out of here towards spawn maybe. No, he's going to run towards ramp. I like this where he's going to save from not spawn because that kind of hems you in.
I think he's going to die here. I don't think he can survive.
We'll see if
30
PRB
HP.
gets the... Oh, he gets the headshot. And
With
1
1
HP!
HP,
Oh,
sure does.
2 damage from the bomb. With 3 HP, PRB is going to survive. Keep that weapon for the next game with 1 HP.
And that spam, dude, that was so close. I did not think he was going to survive there. But yeah, like you said, 2 damage, bringing him down to 1 HP, and then that spam, cutting it very close, but he's going to keep that weapon. And that's a big deal here for LC. They're going to be on an eco, and we can see Rain with that Swag 7, Rubino with the CZ75. So they do have a little bit of gear on them, but not a heck of a lot. I imagine we're going to see Rain just going straight into that hut position, JW style, and just wait for someone to peek in. And it's exactly what he's going to do, and Sprad's going to be meeting him here. Ooh, but he's playing a little bit on the outside, so playing a little cautious, and there is going to be a frag there by Rubino, so taking down Sprad, and they're still inside of the hut here. Close box looking to throw a molly out. Ooh, but the way he's peeking, Rubino is going to get taken down, so that is going to be a frag.
Molly landed on the hut? What the frick?
I don't know how that was possible. Yeah, I saw that as well. Rain does get that Swag 7 pick, and actually bomb was dropped there. So they know that the bomb is down in hut, so that is a big deal right now for London Conspiracy.
Rainy, we saw him do it in the first few rounds. He gets that Mag 7, he goes hut. It's a very popular thing. I know Tarek is well known for that, and Steel as well. Rainy gets another one with the Mag 7. Polly chimes in with the USP, and Rise had a little bit of momentum, but not able to carry it up here as PRB is going to peek out from the boiler and drop Santi. London Conspiracy doubling up on the score of Rise now in round number 7. It's 4-2. They do have quite a bit of money here. Rubino will be able to buy. They only lost 1 member that round. And on top of the scoreboard for the CTs is PRB's at 8-0-2. And for the terrorists, Bergman at 4-0-6.
Interesting buy here from rizeGaming. They actually have 3 AKs on the board and 2 P250s on Bergman and Aki. So they do have helmet and Kevlar, so they did purchase and spend all the money they could. So let's see what kind of round. Polly is going to get the first frag, and I believe that was, yep, that was outside.
PRB's in a good position here on ramp to just spray down a butt ton of terrorists.
Yeah, and that looks like what's going to happen. Skirk is going to go down, so PRB is going to be the last one here with his USPS. He goes ahead and takes that headshot. So good play by him, like you were saying, positioned in that ramp room. And Rise was really trying to break the economy of LC there, trying to force up and try and get that round. But unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. So 5-2 is your scoreline. Another eco here
for Rise. That really didn't go how they planned on it. Oh, a nice little knife there at the beginning of the round. Yeah,
you know, just waking him up a little, waking him up,
Polly,
saying, "Hey, buddy, let's get in there."
But an AWP for Polly. He's going to try and hold off an outer rush, but it won't be the outer. It will be a 5 ramp for the terrorists. And PRB, again, looking to pad his stats. Gets 2. He's going to look for 3. No, Bergman takes him down. But quickly in rotation is Skirk there to end that rush. The bomb is down. Quickly scooped up by Sprad and heading lower. And already waiting in lower is Rainy. Here, who has a grenade out. He's going to throw it towards U-Haul. Sprad is going to eat that. Oh, eat it. He's going to die, actually, from that. He's not near full HP. And Rainy's going to run in and get another. So that's 2 on the round for Rainy. Padding the stats there on that eco. PRB is at 13-3 now after another double kill round for him. He's going to be able to buy whatever he wants. He's sitting at 12k. The terrorists finally have the money to buy.
Yep, they're going to get AKs across the board, and they have pretty much full nade sets. Pretty much only Santi doesn't have a smoke grenade, so, and maybe Aki with a lack of a couple flashbangs. But other than that, they do have a lot of nades, so look for some sort of intricate strat. We do have Bergman being the first man, making it outside with Sprad as well here, throwing that smoke into... Where is that smoke going to go? I'm going to follow that with my camera. They're doing a wall of smokes outside, actually. And Skirk is going to be inside of that hell, and Polly from back warehouse, but they're not going to see anything. They're not going to be the smarter. And unfortunately, though, Rainy goes massive. A double headshot as they come into Squeaky. And he is going to go down to Sprad, but good work by him there.
That sucks, dude, when the fadeaway 2-tap with the AK. That's got to be really frustrating for the terrorists, but fortunately they had an answer right away from Sprad. Skirk is going to pick up a lurker in portable as the rest of the terrorists walk their way in sight lower. Oh, PRB with a nice spray through the smoke. Apparently smoke doesn't appear on this guy's screen. But Sprad in the vents now, gets taken down by the CZ of Rubino. There's your round number 9. 7-2 for London Conspiracy. The Danes doing work right now.
Yeah, Rain with that falling away headshot. Really the highlight of that round there, that's for sure. They were all rushing down Squeaky, and yeah, the fadeaway. Can't go wrong with that. Doing the headshots in style. So we do see another eco for Rise here. Let's see what kind of game plan they're going to work. They do have 2 flashbangs and a smoke on Sprad, so they look like they're all heading towards this lobby area. Is it just going to be a straight-up upper play? And Molotov or Incinerary does go down for Rubino. Smoke grenade on Squeaky as well, so they are going to try and fall lower here, and actually Aki does go down.
That
Oh
body
man,
flag
they're
in
going to
the
get
sky
the
for you
no,
too. Did you see that?
I saw him rushing into the ramp. Or, sorry, not into the ramp. Into the vents, but I think I missed the nade that you were chuckling about.
Oh my god, he got just ejected. J-Rod, did you see that? Gosh, friggin' dang it, that was funny. Ejected, it's just airbag. So, London Conspiracy can't really take their foot off the gas here. Anything past 4 rounds on Nuke is kind of the danger zone. And rizeGaming is sort of working for that. But right now, they have... If we're looking at the money, 4 of the members have above $1,000, so they'll be able to buy next round. And I guess that will be a lost bonus. They have won 2 rounds so far this half. That was round number 4 and 5. Number 5 with a bomb plant. So rizeGaming 50% right now for their objective in rounds that they win. Aki is working outer, and PRB picks up another kill, probably at ramp. There is a... I was not on auto-reactor. Aki trades back. It's a 4-on-4 equalization. The op is down right now for the... I believe the CT's had it, but kills back and forth between these 2 teams as the bomb heads upper. It's a 2v2. PRB and Rubino looking to hold off the push of Santiang. Close box. Oh, both teams trading again. It's a 1v1. PRB 2 kills and 46 HP playing from the rafter. And close box walks out with the AK and makes sure it counts with the headshot. That's a hat trick on the round for him, and a round victory for rizeGaming. Ever so needed as they move into round number 12 with 3 under their belt. London Conspiracy, still a lot of money. They will be buying this round again.
Yeah, great round by Rise there. Just working a couple picks and then more or less bringing it down to that 1v1 and going huge there in that 1v1. And taking their round was Rise. So 3 rounds on the board. And again, T-side nuke. Only need a couple more here. So look for them to try that out, and they're actually going to be running right through the mollies. First 2 frags go down. Rubino's going to get a double here, but not... Sprad's going to take him down shortly after. Rain is still alive. Rain goes down as well, so we have a 2-on-2. Sprad behind the silo. Close box actually still outside, so he's probably going to be flanking around to that mini position. PRB is basically in the same spot as Polly. They're actually going to be working this together, and oh, close box with this flank. Gonna get the frag. No, PRB is actually gonna drop close box in. This is all of a sudden a really difficult round for Sprad. He's gonna
That's
be
where I
moving
look all the time. I look for outer pushes when the bomb is in upper. Oh my gosh. This game, dude.
I know, right? Sprad's just playing the time here. Knows he still has 40 seconds on the clock, so he's just seeing if one of these counter terrorists do get aggressive. He's gonna go for the plant. No bait. He's just gonna put that thing down, and PRB thinks it's lower. He's actually going to be surprised that it is still an upper play. Polly moving into this mini position. He's going to spam into Hut there. That's going to give away his position. Oh, beautiful shot, though. Polly gets that head tap with his CZ75. So it's going to be another round for London Conspiracy. 9-3 is the scoreline. But nice try there by Sprad. Had the right idea, but Polly just going huge with that CZ.
That's gonna kind of ruin the economy that Rise had. They can't get that loss bonus for the rest of the half, so they're gonna actually have to just do ecos and save. Close box will probably buy some upgraded pistols for his teammates here. No, I stand corrected. He'll just buy an AK, and I guess the troops will rally around him and pass that thing around as Sprad picks up a deagle and a 250 for Aki. I still don't know these gun thumbnail pictures by the names that well. That is a P250 outside for Aki. And an op. Oh my god, Polly missing his op shot in outer. He's going to get chipped away with the pistol at 18 HP, but not killed. He'll still be peeking from outer. No kills just yet, but the action is heavy here as Rainy walks up secret stairs and finds one right away. He's going to throw some grenades over towards T Big Red. and do some serious damage. But boosting up on the box are the terrorists. Skirk quickly dispatches with Santi at outer, and another. That's Aki on the bench. Close box trades back. It might be too little too late as Rubino walks out. Mini picks up one more, and it's all down to Bergman right now, as that round did not go at all like how the terrorists wanted. Pauly at 2 HP, Rubino at 1, so not able to finish the job with the pistols of rizeGaming, and it's 10-3, but so close were they to picking up 2 kills there. That could have gone very differently if they managed to get that last 1 or 2 HP off those CTs.
Yeah, Pauly getting shot twice as he's kind of peeking and just getting robbed was Rise there. I'm not gonna lie, with the low HP of Rubino or sorry, I don't remember who the second one was. Pauly was one with very low HP as well. So anyhow, we are gonna see an outer push here. Sprat is pushed up and boosted up on that box. You see PRB holding from this ramp position, and it does look like just playing picks a little bit. Close box inside with Bergman in the lobby here, doing a little bit of spamming. Rubino's going to smoke into Hut, so that's going to delay any kind of upper aggression there. You see Santi spamming through on top of Twinkie here, trying to get some sort of damage done onto maybe a player playing on rafters. And Santi doing his homework. They always know Pauly is a fan of playing this position. They're always kind of pre-aiming there, and Pauly is going to go down. So, ooh, Rain's going to get that frag from Mini, though. Santi was kind of jump peeking and does get punished for it. So, we see Rain getting another one on close box. So that is a double for him in this round, and Sprad's going to take down Rain, so it is on to a 3v3, more or less outer being taken by the terrorists right now.
Skirk is going to have to come up big right now. He's at 8-6. He had a couple kills that were notable in the last few rounds, and for the terrorists, they have a pretty even scoreboard, no one really pulling ahead, so a team effort from them, but still only 3 rounds. They're of course looking to close out this half with a 10-5 score, which would do them wonders going into the second half. But I believe the CTs heard the doors in lower, so they're going to quickly drop down from upper like some ninjas and bust out here. But Sprott and, oh my god, his teammate Bergman in lower waiting. Rubino gets one in trade. Sprott finds one. Oh, Prob again. PRB. Just no smoke on this guy's screen. Sprays down the bomb planter. Gets another in lower. The time runs out. Not good for rizeGaming. And it will have to be a save here for the last... Oh, it's the last round. They have to force buy.
That's exactly right. And good play by LC there, just kind of forcing the issue, taking down that bomb planter, because they knew that they had very little time. And just seeing on the replay, I actually missed that on my screen, but it looked like the plant wasn't really in the smoke, so the player from Ramp Room just came in, stopped all the fun, and that's going to be another round. So 11-3, and like you said, we do see a force on Rise side. We got a Bison on close box. He's heading over to Ramp right now. We do see a number of terrorists working outside, so Sprad does have a Galil. He's the most equipped on the terrorist side here. They're going to be smoking and heading towards Secret. And, ooh, Pauly's going to get dropped playing aggressive outside on the Heaven Rafters, and Rain's going to trade. Santi goes down, and Sprad is actually extremely lit as well, down to 3 HP. Bergman taking some damage, and PRB is going to get dropped by that Bazone in Ramp. And Sprad goes down as well. So we are on a 3v3, but definitely the health advantage to the CTs right now.
Bergman's at just 22 HP. He does have armor. Aki, the bomb carry, has a P250, no armor. So the terrorists kind of have their work cut out for him. They haven't besieged a site. Closebox has taken Ramp, and I'm sure he'll be calling his teammates over shortly as they are walking through radio into Ramp. Closebox is going to take point here and try and clear out the bottom site. No one's down there for the CTs. There is a quick rotate here from Rubino. As he is upper, he drops lower, pops a vent, looks the other way, heads back hall. So kind of throwing a little fake here. But Closebox, oh my god, it's going to get dropped in on by Rubino. Rubino going huge. Rainy getting another. Skirk finding a kill as well. That'll be your first half. The terrorists not able to get any kills after that, taking that site there. So 12-3 is your score at half. I've seen it on Nuke teams coming back from this. However, London Conspiracy has a lot of poise right now. And PRB, like, his game sense is out of control right now. We're going to jump back into game here shortly. We had our ritual ESEA halftime game crash. Both teams haven't readied up yet, so we are still waiting for that. Fret not. This is RGN's continuing coverage of ESEA playoffs. London Conspiracy versus rizeGaming.
Yeah, and we do have some matches coming at you tonight as well. Going to be having Mythic versus Adapt, and you guys can find that game on CSGO Lounge right now. Go ahead and place your bets. It's going to be a good one, and honestly, I don't know if the the odds really do justice. What do you think about that? 75 to 25, Mythic to adapt.
Gotta go with Mythic. Adaptation's a good team, but I gotta support my boy Lex.
Yeah. So go ahead and check that out. Again, that's going to be later tonight. I believe that the time is 10 p.m. EST. That was what I was told last, but we will provide an update before the game's over. But that will be tonight, and I believe it's going to be Ricky and I as well. So we are jumping into this match.
Yeah, the second half is live, and the scores for your teams. 8. What? Am I? Yeah, well, whatever.
All right, so we do see
sorry, I'm getting
PRB.
chirped at my producer here, sorry.
PRB's going to get the first frag here, and all 5 are trying to come out upper. And huge play, though, by Rise. They are just... I don't know what the plan was there for LC. They literally all stopped as they were coming out of hut. Like, pretty much all of them just held there. And because of that, Rise just pointed their pistols at the hut entrance and just fired. And that's how you get kills in this game. So... Pissed around goes to Rise. Good job by them, and that is the dream beginning. The hill is going to be climbed by Rise, and it is a bit of a steep hill, though, I'm not going to lie. 12 rounds for London Conspiracy here.
That round, that was a must-win, really, for rizeGaming. They only had 3 rounds in the bank, so a pistol round loss would have been devastating. So they stepped up when it mattered. They're going to have the guns to show for it. PRB, however, playing hot right now, holding onto a scout, already at 21 kills this game. So you can't underestimate what the terrorists are doing right now. He is, I believe, boosting on Twinkie there, and he's going to jump over to Mini. And remember, that scout, you can fire it while jumping in the air, so look out for that play as well. The CTs are just holding defensive spots right now, waiting for that big push. But the terrorists, London Conspiracy, have completely exploited outer right now. PRB, Grainy are both working lurks right now. Oh! Sprod drops Grainy right away with the scout. A nice close range shot. Bergman gets another. Rubino finally answers for the terrorist. Pauly is going to find a Famis in the vents. He's down to 35 HP, and lower is clear a little bit. It's a 3-on-3. Sprod is very low for the CTs. Rubino's very low for the Ts. This is quite even right now. The only thing really separating these two teams is the armor. And if I was a betting man, which I am not, I would say that the play is going to happen lower. But Sprod is holding it with the scout right now. PRB still in outer at big, looking for a pick. Rubino is with him there. They're going to walk around towards ramp. Sprod is holding from U-Haul. He's going to push in towards site, maybe by control. Close box playing with the Bison from upper. Oh, just aims Rubino and puts him down right away. PRB, the last terrorist now playing in Rafter. Going to try and get a frag with the scout. Not going to happen. Close box is going to close out that round. rizeGaming has 5 rounds now. They're inching ever so closer to London Conspiracy. 1 more for them, and they will have the lead for this half. As they're inching closer. Hopefully we can start using that comeback word soon.
For sure. And we're going to see an eco round for LC. Again, not a surprise there. And we do have a little bit more gear on Rise's side here. Quite a few players going down, so deciding to buy some rifles. Not a bad idea. We still have the Bazone on Santi. He's going to be playing Ramp Room, and he's going to spam through that smoke a little bit there, but it does look like an outer play by LC, and already 4 players getting dropped, and that was a very, very quick round. We can see it was a slaughter as they tried to go outside without any smokes or any kind of coverage, just trying to make the break for Secret, throw those Nikes on, and make the run, but unfortunately, it is going to get shut down here.
London Conspiracy right now, they can play real conservative with their economy. They bought for sure, but if they lose 1 or 2, they're not going to be too upset. They have a lot of rounds to play with, Sprawl, so we'll see what they're going to do. Should they lose this round, we'll see what they're gonna do after, because they're gonna be ecoing right away.
Yeah, exactly, and we see all 4 players at least coming out of Secret with their rifles and such, but no frag so far, no damage even being done to the CTs, and Aki just going massive, gets another headshot there, and Rainey's going to be the last surviving terrorist inside of Hut. And is he going to be able to get anything done? He's going to head back into lobby and decides to knife out. Oh, I hate ladders as much as you do, Rain. He's going to try and get up onto Hut roof, or sorry, not Hut roof, lobby roof here. And he is successful in doing so. Can he make the jump? Beautiful. Makes that jump. 10 out of 10 would see again. Even the Russian judge gives 10 out of 10 on that one. And Sprad is going to be outer, and he did see his feet there. Rain's going to try and send some bullets his way. Let him know he knows he's there. And, oh, he's going to peek, flicks over, misses that one click, but Sprad is trying to get the shot, does get that peek, and Rainy is going to fall all the way down, Humpty Dumpty style, off a Twinkie.
That squeaky play really didn't work for London Conspiracy, pardon me. It felt like they were doing an eco play with guns, and of course that's a big mismatch there. And like we talked about at the beginning of round number 4, it's going to be a save for London Conspiracy as the Danes are trying to inch ever so closely to that victory here in the second half. They haven't gotten any yet. It's all been rizeGaming so far, and hopefully for this counter terrace, this will be just another route here. As the terrace just filling out lobby here, they have 3 in lobby. Well, 2 in radio, 1 in lobby, I guess. 1 in outer, so a good default eco strat here from London Conspiracy as they look to find a pick and maybe get a gun here. The grenades come out well timed for the counter terrace. Rubino walks away from that with 24 HP. However, ramp, they just walked right into ramp and no one's there. So I guess Santi was feeling a rush ramp and he fell off right away to back sight in lower. Maybe a premature rotation there, but it matters not. He has the weapons to defend and the terrorists do not have the weapons to attack. And PRB has rotated all the way around to hell here. He walks out peeking close box, with close box well armed will take him down with a quick headshot there. And Polly and Skirk, the last 2 terrors remaining. Close box take down Skirk, and Sprout will take down Polly to bring that ever so closer to a tie here. rizeGaming within 4 of London Conspiracy. However, they're gonna have to contend with a bye from London Conspiracy right now in round number 6. And you know, the terrorists, they haven't really found anything that's worked. Obviously, they don't have a strat that has won them around yet this half. I'm thinking maybe they need to exploit outer some more.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. We do see Sprout with that AWP, though. He's going to try and say no. He's going to be mollying Squeaky Door, Incinerary, rather, and playing this outer position still. So what are we going to see here? You see a wall of smoke, so Rubina's going to be the first one out, just knife out, heading down to Secret. Does make it all the way there with his counterpart, Polly. So PRB, Skirk, still inside of the lobby, as well as Rain here. So what are they going to work? Rubino and Polly, I believe, are completely undetected in lower. So Polly's just waiting for someone to drop vents or something like that. PRB is going to get a frag onto Santi, so that's going to open up the round here. Sprad's going to trade, though. PRB does go down, and now Rubino's made some noise. He does get a headshot onto Aki, and they're going to be pushing into lower right now. And where the rotation's going to come from, we got one dropping into vents right now. Polly's going to take him down. Close box working outside, and Sprad's going to drop into vents as well. It goes into the smoke, and he's peeking at Secret, and Polly does get dropped there. Rubino is going to try and say no. My GoTV just froze.
Yeah, it's another pause.
Just right at the most, at the best time,
That's
right?
the awkward thing about the Counter-Strike engine, is that it'll pause for the delay. So when they pause at a freeze time, but we're getting it right now in the GoTV. So we'll see a quick drop and reconnect here. So
yeah, I want to see if the bomb explodes. It's going to.
Now the bomb will just sit there. Tick away and then nothing will happen. Very anticlimactic.
That was hilarious.
But something interesting that happened that round is this, I believe, is this is round number, what round is this? The second half. But this is the first time that they've taken a site and held it. And something I mentioned earlier in the round is that the terrorists need to exploit outer more to start winning rounds. And look at that. They go outer, they sneak 2 into Secret, and all of a sudden they're converting and they're getting these rounds. So that's a big play from London Conspiracy there to kind of exploit a completely underrated part of the map on Nuke, which is outer.
Yeah, I agree with you. They got 2 players down there pretty much undetected. They had the wall of smoke and such. I suspect that Rise thought maybe there could have been some going Secret, purely because obviously all those smokes go down. They can't see any of that action. But yeah, no, good play so far from London Conspiracy. We can see Rubino has 53 HP. He was about to engage with Closed Box and Sprad here. So whatever happens with this trade is definitely... I'm just going to keep my camera on Rubino right now. His crosshair is like halfway up the stairs here. I think he was like mid-spray, just kind of like pulling down. But anyhow, I'm interested to see if the next bullet's going to be a headshot, and if not, it could be Rise taking this round once again. Rain
this is
actually
a really
halfway
big
into
battle by
exactly.
control. This is going to determine so much.
No doubt, no doubt. And this freeze time is actually kind of cool because we get to examine like halfway through the mid-action.
Yeah, and we get to plug my Twitter at Ricky Rath.
Exactly, plug mine as well at Chad_Sadler, SADLER. Feel free to follow us there. We tweet awesome stuff. And
Yo,
I still
Twitter
like how
open on. I have 3
halfway-
monitors.
Oh,
and
we're
Twitter
live,
open
we're
on
live.
too.
Rubino, can he get the frag? He does get it, so Close Box goes down. Sprout's going to be the only one left inside of the vents and keeping us on our toes here. Sprout's going to try and get that spray down, but Rubino going massive, getting a triple.
He was in
ridiculous.
the air at the start of that battle, and he landed and pulled out his rifle and still killed him.
Rubino's just a beast. I'm a big Rubino fan, I'm not going to lie. I watched him streaming like long time ago before... Who was he on? H2K. That's when I started watching him. He's a hell of a fragger. So good job by him getting that hat trick. And I'm actually watching all the counter terrorists ice skate right now. They're mid step, just skating around. I love that graphic.
Sprott is going to play from ramp and open things up on a Skirk with a nice placed AWP shot. And look at this right now. The terrorists kind of building on what they did last round here, trying to play outer. But with that being said, Santi is there with the AWP in big, trying to not let that happen again as the smokes go down. Polly is going to cross towards Mini. Rainy is going to cross towards Secret. So Polly right getting up in the business of Santi right now. But Santi's going to walk out from CT Big Red and drop him with the M4. This is a great hold right now from the CTs, looking to break that economy of London Conspiracy as Santi takes down another. The terrorists unable to do things outside. Bergman will finalize that round. Santi with a hat trick. Sprott and Bergman both with the pair of kills. Well, divided between the two. And just like that, look at the money for London Conspiracy. There are 3 players who can buy. But they did get that bomb plant, which gave them a little bit of extra money. And there you have the reason for our pause earlier, as Rubino quickly joins us again in round number 8. And the London Conspiracy, oh my god, I hope they can win enough rounds here for the rest of the half, because they're not winning them frequently enough to at least bring this to map point.
Yeah, no doubt. They are going to force up a buy. 3 AKs on the field and armor on all of them. So they are going to try and force the issue here. And I like this play purely because they do need to kind of force some rounds in. Santi's going to get the first frag here. Bergman is trying to spam onto that player in Twinkie and actually getting him fairly lit. 36 HP left on Rain. So good job there. And we actually have some action. PRB trying to move into ramp room. And ooh, trying to use that CZ75, but no luck so far. He's going to grab that AK-47 from his fallen teammate, though. Trying to push up into ramp room once more, just scanning the area. Close box going to peek. Perfect crosshair placement by PRB. Does get that spray down, so can he get another? No, Santi is going to be there, but he will die to Skirk. So it is going to be a 2v3. Rain is very lit, and Skirk is a little bit hurt himself, so definitely a round that the counter-terrorists want to take here. You see Sprad holding from that CT kind of box position.
I love this. He knows that Skirk was coming ramp. That was great comms right there from Rise, and Aki on the flank will end that round. But as soon as he smoked out that guy at Big, he knew there was a call that someone was coming from ramp, and he just fell off and waited for it to come to him. And just like that, Rise is in the double digits now.
They sure are, 13-10, so this is definitely a doable game, and we said at the start of this half, 12-3 is a doable half for rizeGaming, especially picking up that first round was huge for them, and then, yeah, continuing to keep the ball rolling. Only 1 round so far in this half for LC, so they really are headbutting a little bit, and I believe we do have another pause.
Wah, wah. So, there you have it. That's our game tonight. See you no. At this rate, you know, I'm sure many of you Euros will be wanting to sleep after this game. We'll just take a quick look at the scoreboard here. PRB, 23-13. He's been a little quiet in the last 9 rounds here. So he had a big first half. It's very doable on CT side of Nuke. and he has kind of slowed down since, and my stats sheet reset at half. That's the downside of doing these ESEA matches, but the unpause is here, and this round will get back underway as London Conspiracy looks to find something here on an eco round. Aki finds the first kill, but from behind, Pauly will pick up the Asimov and get the kill as well. Aki is on the bench now. It's a 4v4. The terrorists are not very well armed, we'll leave it at that. But they are looking to capitalize as they are paired up, PRB and Skirk looking to get a trade here. And Rainy and Pauly boosting up onto Mini. This is beautiful right now for the terrorists. Looking to make a big play here as Pauly is peeking with the M4 into heaven. Sprod, though, not letting his game sense escape him here, realizing that there is something going on, something fishy here. And oh, he's actually going to drop on accident, but little does he realize that probably saved his life as there are terrorists boosting into heaven right now. No ladder sound, but the pick is going to miss. Pauly finds the M4 headshot, close box, trades back. PRB at 4 HP, Skirk and Rainy all with pistols. Still looking to salvage what's left of this round. 28 seconds left on the clock. More exploitation of the heaven area. Skirk, oh my god, the 1D in portable, excuse me. And now Bergman at 4 HP in the mini. The bomb will go down. LDLC looking to go big right now in a 1v1. Santi with an unarmed Rainy. Santi's just going to hold on the bomb here. He's going to finally get off it as he hears the footsteps. Rainy looking to play some ring around the rosy here and buy some time. There is a kit for Santi, so this could go on for quite a while. Santi, oh my god, down to 44 HP. Chasing down Rainy. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Rainy with the knife. Oh, what an ending to that round. London Conspiracy winning in style. And oh, Rainy will have money going into the next round. 73-50 for the Dane. He's going to drop a teammate and by himself. What an ending to that round. London Conspiracy getting a win when they need it the most. Dear Lord.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I just had to retract my jaw from the floor there. What a knife kill. That was unreal. What a way to finish a 1v1, and that's the momentum that LC needed here. They've only got 2 in this half, but they're now at 14 rounds. So 2 rounds until they can close this out, and they've got to be feeling good after that. You can imagine the comms just going nuts after that knife kill. So the momentum truly on the side of LC, and let's see what they can do here.
4 rifles, pardon me, for the terrorists and 1 off, and also for the CT. So this is a very traditional setup for either team. And now that rizeGaming has kind of tasted their own blood that last round, they might be playing a little more cautiously. The terrorists have exploited outer again, so things are looking good for them right now. But as I say that, Santi picks up Rubino, picking from back ramp into radio. He is on the bench. Sprod finds another with the AWP, but not before Rainy can answer back with the kill onto Sprod. That's the AWP down for the CT. Skirk picks up another. That's a 3-on-3. However, Skirk and Rainy are so low for the terrorists. And Bergman picks up another from portable. Close box picks up 2. And just like that, London Conspiracy was looking hot. And their economy dismantled in round number 10 there. rizeGaming just showing up for the second half.
Yeah, exactly, and we see pistols going flying like crazy in the T-spawn side here. They're just making sure that one player had a lot of money. I believe that was the player that got the knife kill. Was that Rain? Rain that got the knife kill? Yeah, that was Rain. So he had plenty of money to share CZ75s for his entire team, and Rain himself has armor, helmet, smoke, and flash. So what are we going to see here? It looks like it's going to be a ramp play. Molotov, or rather Incinerary, goes down for Santi into that radio room, and then the smoke to follow up. So are they still going to push through here? And it looks like that's going to be the case. Rainy with the flashbang. And here they go. Santi is going to go down to Rain right from the get-go. And this is already a huge victory for the terrorist side. And they're going to be dropping into ramp. There's going to be one player in Aki already down here playing from bottom control room stairs there. He's just going to be playing patient, wait until he hears them in sight. And they are going to be walking into sight. Aki still in this opportune position. He's going to peek and go down. So again, 5 players still left for the terrorist side. And Sprat's going to go down as well, peeking from vents. They have an AWP. They have most of these rifles. So this is, again, a huge round for London Conspiracy. 2 counter-terrorists left, and Postbox going to drop into the vents. Can he get anything done? He does take down Skirk, but they're going to trade. Rainey's going to get that frag, so it is down to the one and only Bergman, and he's just walking around outside, honestly looking a little confused, but I imagine he's going to save. Yeah, that's exactly what is going to happen here.
It's such a shame, too, because the terrorists, if you look at the health on the right side of the screen there, they're so low. All of their bars are near invisible. Rubino's actually going to hunt out Bergman there, so not even a save. That could be big, though, Sprawl, because he can't drop a teammate and buy himself now. The only person who can buy on that team is Closebox, so it's going to be a save for Rise, and London Conspiracy has a really good chance here to put it away. And Rise is, you know, it's actually going to force them to buy now that London Conspiracy has 15 rounds. So I stand corrected here. It's the Clarion calls for rizeGaming. And we have 3 of them, maybe 4 of the CTs here. No, a pistol. So armor and a kitchen sink buy right now for Rise as they look to salvage or, you know, reach deep here for what's left of this game. London Conspiracy 1 round away from taking it.
Yeah, exactly, and we do see 3 players outside, 1 on Twinkie, and Skirk's already going to get a frag. PRB getting 1 as well, and they're going to trade back. PRB goes down. Rainey with that headshot, so going down quickly is Rise. Only 2 CTs left on the map. It's going to be Bergman playing from Hut, and Aki is pushed into Squeaky here, and another trade, so Bergman takes down Rubino. We are down to a 2v2, and this is really a key round. Obviously, if Rise drops this round, they are out of this best of 1, and Aki's going to get that frag. That is huge. Pauly is going to be the only player left on the field. Massive headshot, though. Pauly has been looking really good with that CZ75, so he's going to be pushing up into lobby. Imagine Bergman has little to no HP, 13 left. He is playing from a good position, though. Moving up to this hut. Pauly's going to be falling back to that radio room, though. Does Bergman hear? Ooh, I think he heard that, and he's going to be heading back into Squeaky, so he's going to collide with Pauly. Pauly's going to get the frag, though, and going massive there in that round, getting the CZ75 frag, and then Bergman. So LC taking this map. That's going to be it for this best of 1. That was lower bracket finals for ESEA-Main European.
That, oh man, I was so close. It was so close to a comeback. Rise really fought hard there on CT side, Nuke, but I think that point where they lost that game was when they had a 12-3 first half. So I guess maybe they're gonna go back, look at some footage, and try and find some more strats there, because if they had 5 rounds, they had that game, honestly. But they did do everything right the second half, but it simply wasn't enough based on how London Conspiracy played. An excellent CT side there. PRB coming up huge for the Danes there in that first half. So I believe it's our only match for the time being. We are casting later tonight. We're doing adaptation versus Mythic. That's on the lounge. So there's going to be a lot of people for that. And we're going to be having an interview with Pauly right now in Mumble. So we're waiting for him to jump in. So that was lower bracket finals. As Pauly will be joining us, Ricky Wrath and Sprawl casting for you tonight. Stay tuned for this interview.
Try to forget that you were here. Some part of me wants to disappear with you. My soul and all that I could afford. It's only gonna fall into what you explored.
Hi guys.
Ooh, what up, J-Rod? We ready to do this? Alright. So, Paulie, the big win there. How are you feeling going into that second half? I mean, you had 12 rounds.
Well, yeah, we don't really play Nuke. That's the one map we don't practice, really. So, but we know we are good at CT, but we also know that our T side is pretty shit, so yeah. We felt that 12 rounds was enough, but we weren't quite sure. We had to at least get the pistol round, which we did. So, no, which we didn't, I mean, sorry. So, I don't know. We're pretty sure we would take it, but yeah, as I said, our T side is really bad on Nuke, so.
Yeah, that pistol round was a disaster when you guys all ran out upper and all dropped right away. What was really that call there in round number 1 of the second half?
Well, the call was to not make it too complicated, as we don't have many strats on the map, so we were trying to catch them off guard, I guess. And we got the entry frag in the hut. We were just bum rushing out hut, and the guy on CV or on catwalk, he should have died instantly. But yeah, we didn't manage to kill him, and he got 2 headshots really quickly, and yeah, it kind of got out of control there.
I also noticed on your T side, you only really started winning rounds once you started going outer a lot and exploiting outer, you know, boosting around and getting into secret and things like that. Do you feel like that's your strongest part of your T side right now? Because, I mean, as you said, you don't really have much strat, so there's a lot of pugging involved, I guess.
Yeah, like, we just wanted to try to pick them apart, I guess. Because as you say, we don't have any set strats on the map, so we just spread out and try to get the picks. But yeah, after a few rounds, we found out that they weren't really that strong on yard. If we just smoke off the garage or the warehouse and city spawn, their op is not doing anything, so we can get down to secret really easily. So when we found out that, we tried to abuse that. But like, you can't do the same thing every round, even though it works one round. So we have to try different stuff as well. But yeah. We felt pretty confident that we would take it in the end.
So going forward, I believe you have a match next. Do you know who you're playing next now?
It's gonna be Penta, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
And it looks like you guys faced them earlier in the season. How you guys feeling? And it looked like it was a 16-13 victory on cash. So what are you guys feeling going into that match?
Well, you never really know what you get when you're facing a German team online. Not to be bad manager or anything, but I think they know that themselves as well, because they can do the sickest shots, the sickest games, and then they can be a totally different team the next game. But we know that they have really good individual players, but we also know that we have beaten them a lot in the past, both in practice and in officials. So I don't know, it's probably going to be a tight match, but I think we can do it.
It looks like it's going to be on Inferno. So do you guys have anything specifically planned for that match?
For Inferno?
Well, we were known as Inferno Conspiracy for a while, as when we did really well in London. So I guess you can say that our Inferno is pretty strong. But after the London event, where we really only played Inferno and beat really good teams, we beat iBuyPower there, for instance. But so after that, no one wanted to play Inferno against us, so we never got to play it. So we stopped practicing it for a while. And now when we went to ESWC now, a couple of weeks ago, we got to play Inferno again, but then we hadn't practiced it for like a month, so we're kind of rusty. So I guess we have to fresh up on our Inferno as well. But yeah, Inferno is a map we're really confident on.
Alright, you are listening to Paulie on RGN, the post-game interview after winning lower bracket finals. Paulie, do you have any shoutouts you want to give?
Well, yeah, shout out to everyone who watched and that keep watching us, and I hope you enjoyed the game.
Where can we find you online?
Yeah, London Conspiracy on Facebook, and every player has their own fan page as well. You can just search for our nicknames and they'll come up. So follow us there. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Alright, that was our match today for Europe. I'm sure it's quite late over there, and people are ready to go to bed. What time is it where you're at?
It's 10 past 11 now.
Oh, dear lord.
So, it's getting kind of late.
So there you have it. And, hold on, I'm getting a message here real quick. Who's messaging? What the heck? So, RGN, I guess signing off for the night. I, ask him about ESL1. Oh, I'm getting told to ask you about ESL1. Psych. Just kidding. Interview not over. Tell me about ESL1, dude. Right now.
Yeah, the Cologne trip, I guess. Yeah, it was kind of rough. I don't know. We were really happy that we qualified and got into the major. But when we got there, we got a really tough group. So I don't know. It was a hard time for us, like CS wise. But it was a really good experience. Very fun to be at the major, to beat the all-time record in views, watching that live. And yeah, the event
what's your
itself was
boot camp
awesome.
look like for an event like that, Paul?
Boot camping is kind of tough for us, as we're not a fully professional team. All of us has other stuff to do on the side of CS, like we study or some have jobs or stuff. So and we live in Norway as well, which is a kind of a long stretch country, and it's really expensive to travel in Norway. So we don't have the opportunity to boot camp really. But there's a internet cafe coming up in Oslo, Norway's biggest town. And when that's up, we'll probably get to bootcamp there a lot. So hopefully that will help us.
All 5 of your members are from Norway?
Yeah, all 5 from Norway. But
I
we're
could have
spread out.
sworn you're from Denmark. What the heck? My information is
No.
terrible. I feel
Everyone
like
is
an
from
idiot.
Norway, so we're kind of spread out all over the country. So it's kind of hard to get together for a bootcamp.
Mhm. So, yeah, I guess we'll wrap it here. I'll let you get to bed or to, I guess, practice whatever you're doing. That was Polly, the post-game for RGN. Sprawl and I casting for you tonight. Tune in later for our lounge match tonight, Adaptation versus Mythic. And get your bets in, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.